Everyone, in this video I'm going to be reading Here, Hold This, which is based on the show Violetta. So here are pictures of the first draft of it. Also, when I wrote this, it was like written as a prediction fanfic, and we had not found out at the time I wrote this what Diego's mother's name is. So the name is wrong. Okay? I know it's Carla, but my filler name was Destiny, so we're just going to leave it as that. This is called Here, Hold This. Audio recording now complete, which is what I'm doing, so I apologize for spelling errors. Spelling ain't my forte, it's not my strong suit. So, if I've misspelled some things, I apologize. You can read that if you want. That if you want. Now, I realized after I had done the good copy that I hadn't yet equipped the Grammarly to fix it, so that's probably going to be the wrong time. So, anyway. I've called this Here, Hold This. In the music room. Beto has just picked up a piece of paper that fell out of Gregorio's bag. As he's looking at it, Violetta startles him. Hi, Beto. Beto screams, Ah, Violetta! Please don't sneak up on me like that. Violetta apologizes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I only came in to find out where you got that paper you're holding. Only came in to find out where you got that paper you're holding. And you didn't see me come in since you were picking up the paper at the time. Anyway, where did you get that flyer? Beto informs, it was in Gregorio's bag. I had found it on the ground at the theater and gave it to Gregorio since he was in that play. Violetta realization hits and gasps. It's Gregorio? Beto confused. What's Gregorio? Violetta lies. It's nothing. That paper is actually Diego's and it has sentimental value. So if you could just give it to me and so that I could return it, that'd be great. Please and thank you. Says Violetta. Beto assures. Alright, I'll give it back. But first I need to know why this is so sentimental to Diego. Fine, but it stays between us. Beto honestly says. Sorry, excuse me. Had a little mini burp there. Okay. Beto says honestly. Understood. Violetta tells, it's a clue to who his dad is. Beto catches on. So that's why you said it's Gregorio. There's no way he has a kid. Violetta points out, I guess it could also be Pablo. Hey, was Pablo in that play? Beto tells, nope. Violetta brings up, then it has to be Gregorio. Beto admits, you're right. Passes over the pamphlet thing. Violetta says gratefully, thanks, and hides the paper in her purse. 1 week later, Violetta has come to the dance room, Gregorio's class. Violetta instructs, here, hold this, Gregorio, passes him the paper. Gregorio, confused. Gregorio. Is that it? No. Is there an E that I'm missing? Okay. Now Grammarly pops up to help me out, so. Alright, I'm gonna pause and go and see my corrections here. Alright, I'm back. Gregorio says, Wait, why do you have this? Violetta tells. Not important. Please, just hold it. Hold this. Gregorio, annoyed. Fine. Violetta happily says, good. Violetta has now rounded up the guys. Violetta warning. When Diego sees what Gregorio is holding, there's a chance he might faint. So I need you guys to spot him. But don't make it obvious. Maxie points out, we can, but why are you asking us to do this? Violetta informs, you'll see why later. 1 minute later, Diego walks in and notices the paper right away. Diego asks, Gregorio, what's that paper you're holding? Gregorio reveals, it's a theater pamphlet from a play I was in 20 years ago. Diego, shocked, it's you? This whole time it was you? Wordly losing his balance, I don't feel so good, and then faints. Okay. Something's off here. Let me make a few corrections. Diego worriedly says, I don't feel so good, then faints. Maxie catches him. Got him! Asks, Andre, a little help here? Andre helps Maxie hold on to Diego. Gregorio says, annoyed. Sorry, didn't realize. Okay. Annoyed. Stop being so dramatic. Get up, Diego. Violetta defensively says, he's not being dramatic. If you were in his shoes, you'd faint too. Gregorio confused. I don't get it. What's going on? Violetta informs. It's hard to explain, so I'm not. I'll leave that to an old friend of yours. Walks over to the entrance from the locker room area and whispers, Psst, that's your cue. Diego's mom realizes, right, and then comes out of the locker room. Hi. Gregorio confused. What are you doing here? Diego snaps out of it and shocked exclaims, Diego snaps out of it, shocked, and exclaims, Mom? Gregorio, surprised, says, that's your mom? Diego answers, yes. Is he who I think he is? Asks Diego. Diego's mom reveals, yes, he is your father. Everyone, including Gregorio, shocked, in unison shocked, say, what? Violetta asks, may I, Diego, or would you like to? Diego explains, you can tell them, it's too hard for me. Violetta informs, that little pamphlet is a clue that Diego was given to find his dad. With that, plus the fact that his father was a dancer, were Diego's only clues to who his father was. So when Diego found out Maxie says, so when Diego found out Gregorio was in the play, he knew? Violetta tells, yes, that's why I told you guys to spot him if he fell. Maxie asks, so did you know that before Gregorio? So did you know all of that before Gregorio and Diego? About those two being related? When you made your request, says Maxie. Violetta explains, yes, a week ago I noticed Beto had it. When I questioned him about it, he noticed it had fallen out of Gregorio's bag. Once I explained why I needed it, Beto returned it. Diego shocked. So you and Beto have known about this for an entire week and didn't tell me. Violetta answers, I know I shouldn't have lied. I would have told you sooner, but I needed to get your mother out here to ensure it wasn't just a theory. Diego shocked. You're responsible for bringing my mom out here? And I love you both, but Violetta, I came here behind my mother's back. Violetta realizes, yeah, I kind of got that impression when I called her. I'm so sorry, Diego. Diego tells, I don't know if I can forgive you. If she's... forgive you for this. She's going to take me out of the studio now. Jeez, thanks a lot. I thought you understood hiding this from your parents. That's it, we're over, says Diego. Violetta tells no, Diego, can we talk? Diego informs, not right now, we can't. Runs off. He's just past Pablo. Pablo stopping him. Is everything okay, Diego? No, sorry. Diego informs, no, Violetta was in cahoots with my mother about who my father was. And now, my mother's gonna pull me from the studio. All because my father's Gregorio. I mean, I also lied about going here, but still. Pablo shocked. Wait a minute. Gregorio's your father? Diego mad. Don't act like you didn't already know. I mean, Beto already knew for a week now. Okay. Pablo says truthfully, honestly, I didn't know. Diego shocked. Wait, seriously? Pablo answers, yes, I had no clue. Why don't you chill in my office for a few minutes? Jeez, why can't I talk today? Diego accepts. I'd like that. The two are now in the office with Jeremiah and Angie. 1 minute later, Beto walks in. Pablo requests, hey Beto, can you come back in, say, 15 minutes? Diego just found out some earth-shattering news about Gregorio. Beto understands. Got it. I'll see you in 15 minutes. Leaves. Angie wonders, if you don't mind me asking, what's the news? Diego mad, as if Violetta didn't already tell you, that Gregorio's my father, and that she told Beto before me. Angie truthfully says, okay. One quick edit here. I had no idea, honestly. Jeremiah requests. No, whoops. Forgive me for asking, says Jeremiah, but did Gregorio know about you? Diego reveals, he didn't seem to. Jeremiah points out, then it's not like he lied to you about it. Maybe think of it from his perspective. Diego reveals, okay, I'll try. While Diego thinks about what just happened from Gregorio's perspective, meanwhile, in the dance room, the students were left in awe of what just happened. Okay. Violetta beggingly says, please don't take Diego out of the studio, just because of me and Gregorio. Diego's mom agrees, I won't take him out of the studio, but if he messes up again, he's out. Everyone, in honest unison, say, we understand. 15 minutes later, Diego is now back in the dance room. Diego reveals, I've taken some time to process all this information. And Violetta, I'm sorry for coming at you like that. I was mad, but I didn't have to take out that anger on you. I'm sorry, says Diego. Violetta accepts, thank you for your apology. And I'm sorry I lied too. Beto had overheard. I'm sorry too, Diego. Diego's mother informs, and a big sorry from me as well. I should have told you who your father was when you asked the first time. And Gregorio, I should have told you about your kid. I just assumed you couldn't handle parenthood. This is Diego's mom talking. And that was wrong. I should have at least given you a chance. And I'm sorry for that. Side note, we never find out why she lied to Gregorio, which I wish we would have. I wish we could have seen a conversation between Gregorio, Diego, and Carla after finding out that Diego and Gregorio are related. I wish we got to see, like, even if it's like a flashback moment, like, I wish we could have seen it. Anyway. Because I'd like to know why she lied. What was her reasoning behind it? I have my theories, but I'd like to know the actual reason. But anyway. Gregorio says, wait, you assumed I couldn't handle it? Surprised and mad. That's why I never knew about him? Diego's mother admits, yes, and again, I'm sorry. Diego realizes, so the reason I never met him was because of you. Diego's mom feels bad. Yes, and again, so sorry. Forgot a bracket there. Okay. Diego says, okay, I accept your apology. Gregorio, do you accept my mother's apologies? Gregorio tells, I don't know if I can. What the? Okay. Gregorio says, I don't know if I can. She hid my son from me. That's not something you quickly forget. Then informs, if you were in my shoes, would you forgive her right away? Diego tells, yes, she made a mistake, and is acknowledging it. Forgive her. Forgive her. I did. Why can't you? Sorry, I'm doing some quick edits here. Okay. Forgive her. Let's fix that. Forgive her, Dad. I did. Why can't you? Gregorio notifies Mad. Because I need some time to do so. Maybe I'll forgive her once I spend some time with the son she never told me about. Diego annoyed. Like that's ever gonna happen. She's taking me out of the studio now, aren't you, Mother? Diego's mom tells, your friends actually convinced me to let you stay. Diego, shocked, says, seriously? Diego's mom reveals, yes. But if you get into any trouble, you're out. Diego, understanding, says, got it. 5 minutes later, Violetta asks, so what broke you two up? Diego's mom explains, well, we had been married for 3 years when Gregorio learned a little something about himself. Knowingly asks, isn't that right, Gregorio? Diego curiously says, one sec, sorry about the edits. I thought this was all done. Anyway, Diego asks curiously, what did you learn? Gregorio says nervously, don't make me reveal this, Destiny, please. At the time, I wasn't sure her name, so I gave her the name Destiny. Destiny points out, at the time I was shocked, but looking back, it really shouldn't have been all that surprising. Look, it's nothing to be ashamed of, and these kids would understand. Just tell them, or I will. Gregorio annoyed, fine, Destiny was the last girl I dated. Diego not cluing in, so you haven't dated in a while, that's no big deal. Gregorio Alright. Alright, I'm gonna pause to do a quick edit. Diego says, not cluing in, so you haven't dated in a while. That's no big deal. Gregorio explains, no, I've dated since... Thought I missed that one. Thought I had it. Nervously admits, Gregorio nervously admits, just not a woman. Everyone's slightly shocked, but understanding. Oh. Diego realizes, so that's why you two broke up. Destiny explains, exactly. Side note, Gregorio gives off a gay, possibly still in the closet vibe to me. Since we know he's Diego's father, and that his, meaning Diego's parents, aren't together anymore, I think Gregorio's realization could have been what split them up in the past. But that's just a fan theory that I have, which you can agree or disagree with. Sorry, there's a thunderstorm and I thought I saw lightning. I got distracted for a minute there. While I'm recording this. And I'm recording this April 22nd. So, a few days in advance. Alright. Anyway. And that his, meaning Diego's parents, aren't together anymore. I think Gregorio's realization is what split them up in the past. But that's just a fan theory, which you can agree with or disagree with. But I'm just pointing that out. Anyway, back to the story now. Gregorio. I thought I fixed everything here, but I guess I didn't. No. Gregorio allows sadly. Alright, go on. Get your jokes out now. I'm ready. Violetta points out, confused. Why would we make jokes about you? What the fudge is happening here? Okay. Sorry. Why would we make jokes about you? Who you love isn't that big of a deal to us, says Violetta. There is an echoing of students. Oh, that was definitely lightning. ADHD moment established. Moving on. Sorry. There's an echoing of students, including Diego, who say, I second that. Gregorio, shocked, says, you're sure about this? Everyone in unison says, yes. Gregorio. Sorry. Gregorio tells, that's a relief. 5 minutes later, Destiny realizes what she's done. I'm sorry I forced you into revealing that. Apologizes Destiny. Ooh, we had another one. Another lightning. Okay, I'm sorry. ADHD. Destiny apologizes. I'm sorry I forced you into revealing that. Gregorio accepts. It's okay, I need to reveal that secret anyway. Pablo asks, what secret? Gregorio reveals that I no longer date women. Pablo, Angie, and Jeremiah casually say, cool. Diego adds, and before you ask, I forgive everyone who lied to me. Jeremiah happily said, proudly and happily says, good job. So Destiny decides to let Gregorio get close to Diego. Spelled wrong. Ooh, that's another one. My parents grew up in Halifax, so rain was just very common, and so we have learned to enjoy rain and thunderstorms. I think that's our first one this year. So, anyway, that was cool. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the lightning. Anyway, so Destiny decides to let Gregorio get close to Diego. About a year later, meaning Diego and Gregorio's bond couldn't be stronger. Everyone's happy there's no more secrets between them. The end of, here, hold this. I hope you enjoyed this story. What inspired this story? In season 2, it's revealed that Gregorio could be Diego's father. At the time I wrote this, I wasn't sure if that was going to be who it was, but I've since watched the series multiple times, so I know that's the case, kind of thing. But anyway, so that was a prediction fanfic for how it can be revealed. And that's what inspired this fanfic. I do enjoy how they revealed it in the show. Like, I like the overly dramatic secret reveals. And that was definitely a bit over dramatic of a route to go. with that secret reveal. I won't say too much detail in case some of you are binging it currently, but it was a bit of a dramatic way of revealing it. But anyway, it is a drama, so. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day. Edited and final spell check from April 20th, 2026 at 2:59 a.m. to April 22nd, 2026 at 11:09 p.m. I'm gonna fix some of these. Shouldn't take too long. There. I hope you enjoyed this story. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.